Hey guys, Marlo back again with another unboxing and review, this time brought to you by McFarlane Toys, and these are Walmart exclusives through McFarlane Toys once again for his Gold Label series. You can see there the Gold Label collection, and I have here Batman and the Mandarin Spawn. Again, both from the Gold Label collection. I believe, what else was there? There was also The Witcher that was released or made available with these two figures, but I passed on that one. So this review will just be on these two figures, both the Batman, designed by McFarlane himself. So you can see him here, and some crazy design work by the man himself, Todd McFarlane, and the Mandarin Spawn. I got this guy because I have the old Mandarin Spawn from the old, I guess it was like the Dark Ages series that McFarlane put out years ago. It was a red version of the Mandarin Spawn. I'll try to insert a photo of that because my figure is tucked away somewhere in storage. But real quick, you can see here the cool packaging and Chinese motif all throughout for the Mandarin Spawn. And we'll take a closer look at the Batman box. Again, designed by Todd McFarlane. The back of the box there, some crazy artwork. And some other figures in the series from McFarlane's DC Multiverse collection. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just open these up and take a closer look at both figures out of package. And here we have both of the figures out of their packages, and I must say they look pretty damn cool. Here are their accessories. They both come with a display stand. Of course, the Batman one here has the DC logo on the stand. He comes with a trading card like all of the DC Multiverse figures so far. Some crazy artwork there, as well as some stats there at the back. You can pause the video and read everything there if you wanted to. And moving on, we have some of the weapons, a couple short swords it looks like, in this gold color, as well as these funky goggles. You can see some of the details in there. So that should pop over Batman's head. And let's look at the figure himself and all of his details. I must say I really like that head sculpt with the long ears. He looks pretty fierce. Square jawline. Big bat logo there on the chest. Pretty cool design by McFarlane. Of course you have spikes, much like his Spawn character. Lots of pouches and gadgets and whatnot on his utility belt. Some kind of armor there on the thighs. More pouches. Crazy design there on the boots. And on the back, his cape is a little bit more streamlined. You get these cool little designs there on the top of the cape. I always kind of like that look on the cape. I kind of do that myself whenever I draw Batman. And some little sections there for the short swords, or those daggers, whatever you want to call them, to slide into. So pretty cool. Let's put him aside and look at Mandarin Spawn. So real quick, his accessories: he has a display stand, two weapons here. You see some nice detailing on the weapons, and I must say, feeling the plastic and these figures, it seems like McFarlane is using a different sort of plastic these days. I remember the older McFarlane toys kind of had this weird brittle feel to them, but this time it seems like the plastic is more along the lines of like the Hasbro Star Wars Black Series or Marvel Legends line of figures, if you know what I'm talking about. It's just that sort of plastic. And you can see here again that plastic is doing less of that crazy wash that he usually does on a lot of his figures, so it has a slightly cleaner look to it, a little bit more mainstream. So for those of you that actually like that kind of dirty wash effect on your McFarlane toys, I guess you can go there and customize it. Again, I'm used to seeing it in stuff like this and all the cracks, but here you can see it's a lot more clean. So yeah, some crazy details there with the head sculpt, all that armor. Beautiful work. So that's why I had to pick up this figure, and I figured he'd go along nicely with my older Mandarin Spawn. So let me go through some of the articulation points. I think McFarlane has been listening to his fans and doing a better job of adding articulation to his figures. So starting off with the Batman, if I can get the lighting okay. Let's see. Of course, his head is gonna rotate all around. Can't really pull it back, at least on mine. Yeah, it just seems to rotate mostly. Arms go out pretty good, I think. Oh, there we go. It's on a ratchet. Swivel there, as well as at the bicep. Double joints at the elbow. Full rotation at the wrists, as well as a bend. You have a slight swivel at the, oh no, you have a decent swivel actually at the chest as well as the waist. So crazy articulation there, as well as a bend. Legs do go out. You can see the crazy joint work in there. It can only go up so far because of, I guess, the musculature on the thighs and the belt, so they don't go up too high. But you do get double joints again at the knees for good range of motion there. Swivel at the ankles as well as a pivot, and also at the toes. So pretty cool. So he is definitely listening to the fans and throwing in all kinds of articulation on the figures these days. So let's take a look at Mandarin Spawn. Again, you're going to get some decent rotation at the head. Arms do go out, again hindered by the design there, so you can't really have it go out too far, but there is a bit of, it looks like a butterfly joint there, and one joint at the elbow, but it has a pretty good range of motion. Also swivels there. The wrists a little bit tight on mine, but you get a little bit of a bend there as well as a rotation. So the chest moves really nicely, as well as at the waist, I believe. Yeah, you can rotate it a little bit at the waist, kind of tight, but mostly at the upper chest area. Seems to be on a sort of ball joint. Legs do go out, similar to Batman. A little bit hindered, of course, because of the design. He has double joints on his legs there, so you can get some crazy effects going on, and that crazy horse-like bend to the legs, which I believe the original Mandarin Spawn had. And with the feet, you get a single joint there, but let's see, how does that work? I don't know. That's just part of the design, I guess. So you just more or less get a weird rotation there at the feet. Okay. So I think that's more or less it with Mandarin Spawn. So let me get them both accessorized with their weapons and everything, and here I have both of my figures posed up just a little bit for you guys with their accessories. You can see Batman can pose pretty nicely, some decent range of motion there as we went over, and again, even without the display stand, you can get them posed quite nicely and balanced pretty good depending on how you pose the figure. So I think he looks pretty awesome there with the goggles on. He has the one blade in hand, the other one at his back, and he has that crazy spiky gauntlet there, much like Spawn. Definitely reminds me of Spawn. And with the Mandarin Spawn here, I have him wielding both of the crazy weapons. Again, sort of posed a little crazy there with the legs far apart, again not utilizing the display stand, and again, just depending on how you pose them, you can balance them both pretty good. So I really like how the Batman came out. Actually, both of them. I'm pretty happy with the Mandarin spawn. I might go in there and do some of that wash effect in the armor just to bring out some of the other details there. But as far as Batman, very much pleased with how he came out. And overall, the same goes for the Mandarin spawn. So that's it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick unboxing and review. Phew, thought he was going to fall again. If you did, please do give the video a thumbs up. Be sure to share the video, like the video, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. As always, take care, stay safe, keep on collecting, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.